Good morning, Coach Adam here with Soccer Roots. Thank you as always for watching. If you are new here, please like and subscribe. If you're on my YouTube, fantastic. If you're on my Instagram, fantastic. If you're not on one of those, then do the opposite, right? So if you're on Instagram, sign up for my YouTube, and YouTube, sign up for my Instagram. Soccer Roots on both, and soon I'll probably start to do a separate one for just more kind of personal coaching aside of soccer, okay? But today, we're going to do a very important video. This is about not comparing your children, okay? Very, very important. The reason why I wanted to do this video, I saw it twice in the same day, in the same class, out loud, and no bueno, gonna stop that. So we don't ever compare kids, ever, ever, ever. If you do, if that is what you do, we never do it in front of them, ever. But come on guys, just don't compare kids. The sun and the moon shine differently. That is important to remember, okay? So I wanted to give you 5 kind of cool tips to stop you. And then at the end, I'll give you some like downer reasons why you never want to compare, okay? So the first thing that you have to do when you have a kid who in your mind is underperforming versus the other child. Now remember, I just said in your mind. So you're making it about yourself rather than being a parent, which is parenting individually. So the very first thing is set a benchmark instead of comparing, okay? So for me, my sister is a genius. She's amazing at school. I wasn't really a school guy. My sister is a genius. She passed every exam with like 100%. And then I would go in and be like, you know, that's okay. You know, that's okay. That wasn't my thing. I wasn't great at science at the time. So my parents were amazing at setting a benchmark instead of comparing. So for what can I achieve versus what can she achieve in regards to me, the individual, okay? So we appreciate the effort. It's very important. You always got to appreciate the effort. And then because of that, because the benchmark has been set, like, can you just get to a B? Can you just get to a C even, right? That isn't kind of setting the target low on purpose. It's just saying that might be your A. Right? In the context of life, that's amazing. Riding a bike, you wouldn't suddenly say after lesson 1 when they fall off, oh, that's an F. You never do it, right? It's madness. But that's what we do with other things in our life. So keep it conscious. Number 2, encourage to cope with the weaknesses. Now, this is important because a lot of parents don't even do this. They don't work on their own weaknesses, but I'll stay on point. If your kid needs support, rather than just saying, oh, Sally never does it like this, or John never does it like this, how can I help you? And I want to encourage you, okay? That's the second one. Number 3, praise their strengths. Every human being is an individual. You'll often hear me talk to a kid who's low on self-esteem about looking at their fingers and seeing that their lines on their fingers are individual to them. They are the only them on the planet. So praise those strengths. Very important to do that, because there will be aspects where they do better than your other child is. So if you are comparing, don't. And again, just look at these points. They're going to help you. Number 4, don't set up unrealistic expectations, okay? This happens a lot in soccer classes, and I'm like, I only saw you 7 days ago. I only saw you 2 weeks ago. How can you possibly set up that expectation when it's something that in reality you can't do? So don't set up unrealistic expectations. You know, if a girl, for example, wants to be a writer, then you're not going to force her into being an engineer or something madness like that, right? She might be smart, intelligent, but might be lacking aptitude and interest in a different topic, which therefore are detrimental to her wanting to learn within that field, okay? So it's very important to not set up these unrealistic expectations. If I want to be a soccer player and then I'm forced to play rugby at school, which happened, it's no surprise that my parents got a letter going, Adam doesn't put any effort into rugby. Well, yes, because it's madness. Running at 6'7" blokes with no padding on, in my mind as a kid, was insane. So I didn't want to do that. But that got kind of portrayed as Adam is lazy. No, Adam doesn't want to get broken into a million pieces. So think about that. And then the last thing, just provide love. I talk about love, love, love. Love is the energy of the world. And it's being taken over by a dark cloud, and I'm not going to let it happen. So love is the energy, unconditional support and love for your child. You know, you never want them to feel like they've let you down or you've kind of been embarrassed by them, because they'll feel it. You know, the non-verbal communication, or sadly, even the verbal communication will make them feel that. So please don't do that, okay? And if we do compare, here's just a few things really, like I've written down here, that you'll notice. It's gonna add stress to their life. It's gonna lower their self-esteem. It's gonna make them antisocial, suppresses their own individual talents, will create a distance from you, and of course will increase the tension with your sibling, with their sibling, which is horrible, okay? So adding stress to their life, why would we want to do this? This is the time for them to grow and love life. Don't add stress, lower their self-esteem. We talk about building self-esteem. One error, I say this a lot to parents, one error can set you back weeks, months, maybe years. And sometimes we meet people, right? And you might be a person watching this right now thinking, I'm still carrying stuff from my childhood that I haven't worked through. If that is you, then please call me, because I can help you with that stuff, right? I can set up a session and help you, because that shouldn't be going on. But yes, we don't want that to happen. We don't want to lower their self-esteem. We want to build up amazing people, right? So making them antisocial, nightmare. Don't be doing that, right? Because if they think, well, I'm of no worth, they're not going to hang out with people because they don't add value in their mind to anybody, right? So that's terrible. Suppresses their individual talents. Imagine if Messi, right, was a painter and he was terrible at it in your mind at school. Then perhaps he doesn't put as much energy and effort into soccer because he's not feeling validated in other areas of his life. Now, it's extreme, but that's why I'm here. That's why I'm here to help you, because I see the extremes every day of my life. So hopefully those tips will help you. I never want to dwell on the negatives, because you're not going to do the negatives, guys. You're going to be focusing on the positives. Number one, set a benchmark instead of comparing. Number two, encourage to cope with their own weaknesses. Number three, praise their strengths. And praise their strengths in front of their siblings too. Very important. Number four, don't set up unrealistic expectations. And number five, let love be your energy, always. If they feel loved, they will blossom. Thank you so much for watching. Never compare your children. They are amazing individual people. Coach Adam with Soccer Roots. Like, subscribe, comment, do all of that, share. Let's change the world together, guys. Thank you so much.